All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
First and foremost, we give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Ba'ashem,
Ba'ashem,
Yahweh Shai,
Yahushua,
Ba'ashem,
Ba'ashem,
Rafakadash.
Ba'ashem.
Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. And salutation, much love to Yakim out there pushing out his word in truth and sincerity. And salutation as well to the men, women, and children learning in truth and sincerity. And brothers from Great Millstone, Tampa, we're just going to go through the spirit here. Got some articles. And, just go into end time prophecy. Like the title says, the end of the Western power trip. And let me just go ahead and get started on this article. See if I can do this. Okay, here we go. Let's see if I can do it like that. Nope, wrong one. It's lock it. Bear with me. Here it is right here. There we go. All right, so this first article here we got is RT News. It says globalization destroyed. G20 meeting in India signals the death of Western multilateralism. So the West ultimately is going down, which is spearheaded by Babylon the Great, America. All right, so hold on, let me click on that. But damn, straight up devil right there, boy. But anyway, what's this? It said wait, it might be the other article, but nonetheless, let's go ahead and get into Revelations chapter 17 because all this ultimately is going to end. All these nations are turning on America. Or not turning on America. They were never really with them. They were just Confederate, So because they had no choice. Well, real quick before we get into Revelation 17. Let me get this real quick. This is Revelation 13:4. It says, and they worship. Well, I'll start at 3. And it says, and I saw one of his heads as it were wounded to death, which is the ancient Roman Empire. Okay. And says, and his deadly wound was healed, and all the world wondered after the beast. So that's the ancient Roman Empire coming back, after into the Renaissance, meaning the rebirth. It came back into power, and is right now is being spearheaded by America. All right, the EU and NATO, that whore that right at the top of the beast is America. It says, verse 3, and I saw one of his heads as it were. Verse 4. And they worshiped the dragon, which gave power unto the beast, and they worshiped the beast, saying, who was like unto the beast, who was able to make war with him. So for a long time, nobody could come up against, the EU, NATO. But now you have all these different coalitions coming together, different countries coming together, to ultimately fight, shut America down, beginning with their which we know ultimately they're all in cahoots at the end of the day, because this is the plan of Yahweh Shemiah Shai. But this is how the Lord got it playing out, and we're here to report on it. But go ahead and start. You can get Revelation 17.
This is Revelation chapter 17, starting at verse 1. And there came out of the 7 angels which had the 7 vials, and talked with me, saying unto me, come hither, I will show unto thee the judgment of the great whore that sitteth upon many waters.
Yep. And again, that great whore is America, but which is gonna go into it. But go ahead, though.
Verse 2: with whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication, and the inhabitants of the earth have been made drunk with the wine of her fornication.
Yep, and that's all. That's the philosophies. All right, the LGBZ, all that bullshit that America, McDonald's, all the philosophies that America has pushed out. That's what the nations have become drunk with. All right, the ways of Babylon the Great, confusion. In other words, confusion has spread out to the 4 corners of the earth. Let me get this real quick in Jeremiah 51:7. I'll start at 6. It says, "Flee out of the midst of Babylon." Again, this is that her. Okay. It says, "and deliver every man his soul, be not cut off in her iniquity." So Babylon, all right, is referring to her in the book of Jeremiah as a her. And here we are in Revelation 7. It refers to her as a great whore. All right. So it's the her. This is what it's talking about. It says, "For this is the time of Yahweh's vengeance. He will render unto her a recompense. Babylon has been a golden cup in Yahweh's hand that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine. Therefore, the nations are mad." So now the nations are finally coming, smelling the fresh air, so to say. And now they got Russia, all right, leading the charge. Russia and China, but mainly Russia, got them leading the charge against Babylon the Great. And now they have military might, so they're able to stand because now they're coming together instead of being individuals, individual countries. Now they're all coming together through it's beginning through these BRICS nations, but it's already been, the stage has already been setting up with these different allies coming together, which we'll get into, Lord's will. Russia being a guard onto these nations, but we'll get that later because I got another article that'll pretty much back that up. But go ahead, that was it on that.
Can I get this word real quick, bro?
Okay.
This is the word confederate. The scripture, not to make it too long, the scripture says all the nations that were confederate with thee have come up against thee. The word confederate is a word from the 1500s in the etymology online, and it says to unite in a league or alliance. It says to unite by a league. It says with, together, to trust, confide, persuade. So the nations, trusting in you. All right, these nations are now cleaving unto the east. All right, they're coming up under the wing of Russia, as the brother was going into, man. Even nations who are at peace with you. For example, you have Saudi Arabia. All right, now you have other countries that are ditching the dollar bill, all right, coming up against that bear, man, that's spoken about in Ezekiel, the 38th chapter. All right.
Yep, they're coming up with them, because that's why they're able to do these things. Say, hey, look, we're not going to use the dollar no more. What you going to do about it?
Right.
Because now they're which matter of fact, let me just go ahead and get that article real quick. Let me see here. Where do I go? Okay. This is another one here I got. It's called BRICS expansion. This is on I don't even know how to say that. drishctias.com, whatever the hell that means, but it says BRICS expansion challenging Western dominance. And when they talking about Western, they're talking about the beast, the EU, NATO, and again spearheaded by America. So let me just read a quick part on here. It says recently during the 15 BRICS summit held in Johannesburg, South Africa, it was announced that the existing 5 BRICS group consisting of Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa had taken a significant step by inviting 6 new countries to join. These new invitees are Iran, Saudi Arabia, and the UAE, which is United Arab Emirates, where Dubai's at. Right, it says from West Asia, Egypt, Ethiopia. Right, that's one of the scriptures or that's one of the countries in mentioned in Ezekiel 38. From Africa, and Argentina from America. So those are the 6 ones that they've invited. However, there's more countries that not a part of the BRICS nations just as of yet, but there's some that are waiting. They're waiting to join in. But we have another coalition. Let me see where it's at. I think it's in the same article actually. Slovakia. Well, look at the BRICS nation. There is 42% of the world population. I forgot how much of the oil they control, but it's a vast majority with these new 6 members that just joined. Saudi Arabia, Iran, and the UAE. That those are some major players, and Russia, of course, and Brazil. Okay, that major players in as far as oil. But let me see if I can find it. I think it's this article. It talks about the other alliance. Where's it at? Maybe it's a different article. Hold on. Okay, maybe this is it right here. Because there's another alliance, and they're not officially part of the BRICS yet, but it's the Eastern. No, that's not it. It's the Eastern Asia coalition, and they said they're dumping the dollar as well. Okay, you know what? Go ahead. I gotta get it. I gotta retrieve it out of my email. Let me go ahead and bring out what you got. It's in my email. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, this is real quick. You get that out. This is Jeremiah 50. All right, Jeremiah 50, and I'm gonna start at verse 13. It says, "For I have sworn by myself, said the Lord Yahweh, that Bosra shall become a desolation, a reproach, a waste, and a curse, and all the cities thereof shall be perpetual waste. So ultimately, the Most High's ultimate plan, his devised plan according to biblical prophecy, is ultimately to overthrow Babylon the Great, as he did Sodom and Gomorrah, man. All right, that's the ultimate plan for this place. So, and ultimately, it was our last captivity. Okay, so for us to see these coalitions, these nations linking up to come up against the virgin daughter of Babylon, this is all biblical prophecy that's taking place. So we say, call halal Yahweh Shini Shah, because of these things coming to pass is our salvation nearer than when we believe.
Yep. Yeah, so like I had to just refresh the page. It was bugging out. But here it is right here. I got that article. It's because you had sent a picture earlier in the chat, and I looked into it. Well, that's because I seen it the other day. Somebody had sent it the other day, but I didn't. It was just a picture. But I found the article here that we can actually go into. This is I mean, it's just like a blog, but they bring out articles as well. They cite them. It says BRICS, 21 countries officially agreed to ditch the U.S. dollar. Okay, so you had the 5 original BRICS nations. That's 5. And then the 6 they just added. All right, that we just named here. That would make 11. Where's it at? Right here. Saudi Arabia, Iran, UAE, Egypt, Ethiopia, and Argentina. That makes 11. And then it says 21. Well, the other 10 nations, which I guess they're just about to come in. They're called the ASEAN group, which stands for. Let's see, somewhere down here. It says the leaders of 10 Southeast Asian nations signed a declaration to stop using the U.S. dollar and promote their local currencies instead. Where is it at? I know they tell you what it stands for, ASEAN. But here's the countries: is 10 countries, including Brunei, Cambodia, Indonesia, Laos, Malaysia, Myanmar, Philippines, Singapore, Thailand, Vietnam. Also the BRICS nations. So that's the 21 countries right here. Those right there. I know I've seen it somewhere. They mentioned what it stands for. But pretty much it just means Asian, South, East. Let me see here. It's got to be in here somewhere. Anyway, you can look it up, figure it out. But it's pretty much that Southeast Asian countries that we just.
I got you, bro.
Got it.
Yeah, it says ASEAN in full association of Southeast Asian nations.
There you go. Yeah. So they dumped the dollar too, and now they're talking about look, Bank of China opens branch in Saudi Arabia. BRICS members expand use of yuan in cross-border trade. So America, man, and I read something earlier too that the global reserve, let me go to 60%, about 60% global reserve currency in the 60. Let's see what it says. There it is. BRICS US dollar global reserves dropped below 60%. This is on Council of Foreign Relations, the dollar, the world's reserve currency. The dollar's role as the primary reserve currency for the global economy allows the United States to borrow money more easily. Yeah, well, that's coming to an end. Central banks are reassessing foreign exchange reserves. And again, we understand where this is leading. Okay, this is all ultimately the plans of Yahweh Shemi Shai, his will. All right, to ultimately bring in the market of beasts, which is the microchip. That's why all the currencies are going digital. Whether they, it's all like Elder Oriala said, it's all two sides of the same coin at the end of the day, But we know where this is going. This is biblical prophecy. It has to play out, all right, like this, so that the Lord can bring in his judgment at the end of the day, man. Go ahead, though. Back in
I got a quick pre for you. This is Proverbs 19:21. There are many devices in a man's heart. Nevertheless, the counsel of the Lord, Yahweh, that shall stand. So to back you up, the counsel of the Lord, Yahweh, Bashim Shah, is ultimately to bring in this the sea here, because that's the Most High's technology. And this is ultimately the Most High's getting ready to tempt everybody that's on the earth, pursuing Revelation 3 and 10.
Yeah, because ultimately all this is leading to world war and the implementation of that digital currency globally. That's why it's all, again, it doesn't matter what they call it, whether they call it the digital yuan or whatever the hell they're going to call it. It's all going to be digital. So it doesn't matter what fancy name they put on it. It's all going to be linked to the chip. If you want to use it, whatever they call it, if you want to use that currency, which it'll be you'll be able to use it across borders with no limit. You know what I'm saying? As far as like transferring over, like when you go to another place, you got to, exchange your currency. That you won't have to do that. That's what his whole plan is. But we know in the fullness of his sufficiency, he's going to be stopped. But before all that, all these people are going to come up against America. And then ultimately it's going to get to the point where his own allies, EU and NATO, are going to come up against America. Okay, go ahead, though.
Yeah, this is Revelation 17 and verse 3. It says, so he carried me away in the spirit into the wilderness, and I saw a woman sit upon a scarlet colored beast, full of names of blasphemy, having 7 heads and 10 horns.
Yeah, that's the 7 heads in the 10 horns. 7 heads being the 7 kingdoms of Edom that have come and gone, and now we're in the 8th head. All right, and then the horns would be the original EU members.
Yeah.
I mean, they were going by different names at that time back then in their ancient Roman Empire, but they're back here today going by names like France, Germany, so on and so forth.
Spain.
Go ahead.
Yeah, verse 4. Yeah, verse 4. And the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet color, and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, having a golden cup in her hand, full of abominations and filthiness of her fornication.
Yeah, like we read in Jeremiah 51. And the nations are mad now because they finally the light turned on, so to say, and they finally figured out that cup was full of abominations and filthiness. Because look, now these countries are like, man, we don't want nothing to do with American ways. They turned out our youth. You got Mo parades all over the world now. You got KFC, GMO foods going around the world, which Russia, they put a ban out on that. GMO foods they can't even use, which it's all BS at the end of the day. But that's what America has pushed, man. They're wicked philosophies. All right, ultimately they're the ones spearheading the New World Order.
Yeah.
All right, because they're saying, oh well, the BRICS want a new other New World Order. Well, they're all on the same agenda because they all have central banks, which the elites control. So all you see on the television is just charades, puppeteering from the people that are really in charge, right? You don't see when you see a play like puppet play, right? You only see the puppets and bouncing around and shit. You don't see the puppeteer who's pulling the strings though. So that's what you see on mainstream media, and that's why it's so important to go into alternative news sites, and filter throughout through the scriptures, right? Because we ultimately understand what's going to go down. So you can't deceive us, because if it ain't linking up the scriptures, we know it's all BS, man.
That's it.
Go ahead.
Verse 5. Verse 5. And upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery Babylon. That's a lot. Mystery Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and abominations of the earth. Right. And I saw a woman.
Real quick, numerically, that in Hebrew, that links up to 666. The Mystery Babylon Great, the mother of harlots and the abominations of the earth.
Yeah.
The numerical value of those Hebrew characters, it equals out to 666. But I said, well, keep going.
Verse 6. And I saw the woman drunken with the blood of the saints and with the blood of the martyrs of Yahushua. And when I saw her, I wondered with great admiration. And the angel said,
America has reached a pinnacle that no other country has ever made. America has 118 some military bases around the world, not including their embassies. Okay, not including all the foreign relations people that they send, to these different ambassadors and just different bullshit fancy titles so they can go and set up shop in somebody's country, occupation, in other words. And their global outreach has gone worldwide. The hand of America is in everybody's pocket, so to say. And that no nation has ever amounted to this. But the last one that got closest to it, what was that beast that was wounded, and he got re-healed, all right, came back through those 7 heads again until the 8th head came to make global dominance while riding the coattail, as it's going to say at the end of this chapter, of these other heads and these other nations that eat the horns. But that's because America, they do just fine in world wars. You could look at the first 2 woes that have passed, and the 3rd woe coming quickly, as the scriptures say. America, they were cool as cucumbers, man. But Europe, where do you think World War I and II was fought? Europe. The beast nations, the beast nations were the ones hosting the battle, so to say. And now it's going to be in the Middle East. The catalyst is going to be the Middle East, and America ain't going to go untouched. The land, like the scriptures say, the land of unwalled villages. Okay? Babylon the Great, virgin daughter of Babylon, is about to be violated, man, very soon. Oh, go ahead, go.
Verse 7, and the angel said unto me.
Real quick, let me pull this up real quick, because this is a better map I found here of what I was trying to explain earlier. Here we go. Let me zoom in on it. Okay, too far. Oh, that's good. There we go. This is the breakdown of the BRICS nations. So the red countries are the members already. The blue ones are the ones that just entered. The yellow ones are applied. So look at the yellow ones over here in Asia. That's the countries we were just talking about. The yellow ones over here. Then you got Turkey. What's this right here? I can't really see what that is kind of. Oh, that might be Belarus, actually. Yeah, that's Belarus. That's right above Ukraine, it looks like. What's this right here? That's not no, Egypt's already on there. That looks like what's that, Chad? Let me see here. Let me get a map real quick. Not Chad. Let me see here. Might be Niger, actually, where they're currently having a coup. Oh, no, it's Algeria. Okay, so that's Algeria. They're signed up. Who else we got here? Senegal looks like this one right here. And was that one? This one is that one looks like Nigeria. Yep. Oh no, that's Nigeria, not Niger though. And then this other yellow one looks like Angola. Then over here in South America, you got under Brazil. That looks like what is that? Peru. That Peru? No, that's not Peru. That's Bolivia. That's Bolivia. They're applying for membership. Who's above Brazil here? Venezuela. We knew that one. Was that Guatemala or Panama? No, that's look like Honduras. Yeah, the Honduras. And look, and then Cuba. Cuba's in there. So those are the next ones coming up. It says it's to welcome 6 new members at the beginning of 2024. So they're only months away from joining. So here, let's go to the breakdown. The GDP, BRICS total with new members, 29%. Saudi Arabia is the only $1 trillion economy being added to the BRICS. Population, 46%. The oil production, 43% of the world's oil comes from current members of the BRICS nations. So it ain't looking too good, for America.
Nah.
Export of goods, 25% of all goods come from these. So a quarter of the goods come from the BRICS nations, mainly China, 14.4%, 144. But so these nations are coming together for, ultimately what's going on is this is the people that are about to pick sides for World War, just like in World War I or World War II, the allies in the Axis powers. Well, you're seeing it form once again, and it always starts monetary, right? Sanctions, and they come together and use their own currency. Well, now it's going to get to the point where America's going to have to do something. It's getting out of hand. They're going to have to go to war. That's the option they got. Bring the lockdowns and go to war. Go ahead, though.
Yeah, going back to start at verse 7, Revelation 17 and verse 7. And the angel said unto me, wherefore didst thou marvel? I will tell you the mystery of the woman and of the beast that carrieth her, which have the 7 heads and 10 horns. The beast that thou sawest was and is not, and shall ascend out of the bottomless pit and go into perdition.
Yeah, that's Europe. So going to prove what we just said, going into that's where the beast was the Renaissance started. They started over there in Europe, and then they made their ways. Those 3 little horns made their way over here to the Americas, and then one little horn came out of them, which is America. Came out of the 3 little horns being Britain or the UK, Spain and France, Spain, Portugal, and France, but mainly the Spanish, the French, and the British. That's what the you got 3 major wars here in America: the Spain American War, the French American War, and the Civil War, or not so like in the Civil War, the
British.
Yeah, the British American War, which was called I forgot. There's another term for it, but not the Civil War. But there's another term for it, but it's all good. Keep going. I'll think of it soon.
It says, and
that's
they that
Independence Day.
Yep. And they that dwell on the earth shall wonder, whose names were not written in the book of life from the foundation of the world. When they
Revolutionary War, that's what it is. Revolutionary War, American Revolutionary War.
Yeah, and this right here, whose names were not written in the book. That's 2/3. It says, whose names were not written in the book of life from the foundation of the world, when they behold the beast that was and is not and yet is. And here is the mind which have wisdom. The 7 heads are 7 mountains, on which the woman sitteth.
Yeah, those 7 different kingdoms, like we mentioned earlier. Greeks, Germania Major, Germania Minor, Gaul, which is France, Hispaniola, the Roman Empire, and then the British. Go
ahead. It says, verse 10, and there are 7 kings, 5 are fallen, and 1 is, and the other is not yet come.
Kind of at that time, the Roman Empire was in power, so that's the one that is. And then the 5 before that were the Greeks, the Germania Major, Germania Minor, Gaul, Hispaniola, and then the one that was what it say?
Not yet come.
Yeah, which was the British Empire.
Yeah,
because the British Empire, which is the last head before America, Babylon the Great. The British Empire, they had a huge outreach on the earth. They went all the way to China. That's where you get the Silk Road from. They was all up. It was all over the place. Because that's what they were known for, the British Navy. So nobody could really fuck with them until the prophecy had come in where America was the next player, and it wasn't until what we're currently seeing crashing, coming to an end, the American dollar being the global reserve currency. Well, that's when America truly became the powerhouse of the world back in after World War I, because all the Britain and all these other nations that were part of the beast were in debt to America, because they had America send all this money to help them, and they came in at the end of the war to Captain Save a whole day, right? But that's when America became the powerhouse, because all these nations owed America money now. So hey, that now is the power that their reserve was the power, and now we see the end of it almost 100 years later. Because World War I started 1914, maybe 1913. America didn't get involved till like the 1917, 1919, around that time. And look, we're in 2023, and America's currency only held tough for about 100 years, man. Matter of fact, let me Google it. Just to go ahead.
Can I get a quick preset, bro? This is Job, real quick. This is Job chapter 20 in verse 4, and it reads, "Knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed upon earth, that the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment?" All right, and that's the point. The joy of the hypocrite, Esau, Edom, and the triumphing of the wicked, Esau, Edom, is a short time. So, as the brother just expressed, the 100-year, pretty much, America being the powerhouse. That's a short space of time, rulership, man. The scriptures say a day to the Most High is 1,000 years. That's not even a day of ruling, of being in the power seat, You got it.
And the official date, it was after World War II in 1944. I put it on the screen. So the official date was in 1944, but America started becoming the powerful nation they were because of World War I. All right. World War I. Look at countries owing money to the U.S. Let's see what it says. It's been a while since I went into this history, but it's there. War-related debts of other countries in the U.S. Who owed the U.S. after World War I. Over the next 4 years, U.S. banks continued to lend Germany money to enable it to meet its reparation payments. Yeah, that's why Germany was so destroyed after World War I, because they were debt to all the countries in which that goes to show you Esau's an asshole. He's always divided. Here it is, the beast. They're the ones always going to war, world wars. But it says payments to France, United Kingdom. These countries in turn used their reparation payments from Germany to service their war debts to the United States. So they were getting money from Germany that was being given to Germany by the U.S. just so that Germany could pay France and the United Kingdom, just so they can turn around and give it right back to the United States. Do you see how they became the powerhouse? So they were lending money to Germany that in turn Germany used to pay France and the United Kingdom, the places they invaded. They would pay them with the money they got from America, and then those countries would pay America back with the money they got from Germany that they got from America. Ain't that something?
Damn, dog.
That's how America became. It started becoming powerful to the point World War II came and solidified it. More people needed money, multi-billion-dollar debtors, So, hey, we'll leave it to you to do the more research you want, more interested in how that reserve currency came about, but that's pretty much the synopsis of it. Go ahead, though.
Revelation chapter 17.
Real quick, this is another reason why the beast is gonna hate the whore. America always comes out on top and does the least amount of work. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's it. It says Revelation chapter 17 in continue on in verse 10. It says, "And there are 7 kings, 5 are fallen, and one is, and the other is not yet come. And when he cometh, he must continue a short space."
Yeah, that the short space was the British Empire. Because you'd have to go into the official dates, but pretty much when the Pilgrims came here, all right, the degenerates from Britain came here to the Americas and established the 13 colonies, which we'll get the official date price. So 13 colonies established. Let's see, 13 colonies established. 1607 is when the 13 colonies were established. Well, the first one, anyway, the first colony was established 1607, which, if I'm not mistaken, I know they touched down here in Florida first, but I don't know if that was the first one. But it was in Virginia, actually. The first colony was Virginia, 1607. All right, so 1607. And let's say, so really, from 1607, and then the United States got their independence, so to say, in 1776. So just over 100 years, 170 years just about. And America, since 1776 to 2023, again, another short space, man. That's that little time, that little season that he's been loose to deceive the nations. Go ahead.
Verse 11, Revelation 17, verse 11. "And the beast that was and is not, even he is the 8th, and is of the 7th."
being the Babylon the Great. Yep.
Yeah.
And this is the completion of the Roman Empire healed, the wound being healed when America was established. It says it is of the seven. So because America took on all the ways of those previous kingdoms, because they're all Edomites at the end of the day anyway.
Right.
And goeth into perdition, because that's what America has done. They've gone around, destroyed everywhere they go, and now they literally gonna go into perdition, because America's gonna be wiped off the face of the earth and destroyed.
That's right. Verse 12, and the 10 horns which thou sawest are 10 kings, which have received no kingdom as yet, but receive power as kings 1 hour with the beast.
Yep, that's the EU. Right. They got time to rule with the kingdom a short time. But now they're seeing that they're being destroyed because they're following after the whore.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. These have, verse 13, these have one mind and shall give their power and strength unto the beast.
Yep. And real quick, those 10 is Belgium, Denmark, Germany, Ireland, Greece, Spain and Portugal count as one, France, Italy, Luxembourg, and the Netherlands. Or I think I said the UK, which was England and I think was it Ireland? Yeah, that they count as one. England and Ireland, they count as one. So that comes out to 10. You know, that's the original 10. Well, it was originally 12 EU countries, but you know, two of them, Ireland and UK are one, and then Spain and Portugal are counted as one as well. So that will come out to 10. Go ahead.
And real quick, to back you up too, you brought out that Jeremiah 51:7, and we went into the word confederate. So these nations who drunk of your fornication, your democracy, your philosophy that spread across the four corners of the earth. Now the scriptures say the nations are drunken and now are mad. So they're coming off of that hangover, man. They're finding out that you produce cheap wine. You got everybody in the trick bag. As you just said, here it is. You coming in at the latter end of the war and coming on top. So that spell is being removed from these nations, man. Mm-hmm. Going back to verse 13, it says, "These have one mind and shall give their power and strength unto the beast. These shall make war with the Lamb."
And we said earlier that America is the spearhead of it, but everybody else is part of the ones that are giving the power over to the beast. They're the ones that take the brunt of all the action, so to say, so America can get to where it's at today.
Exactly.
They were the ones that took it all on it and giving their power. Oh yeah, America's the top dog. We gotta listen to what America say. If America go to war, I guess we gotta go to war too. Look what happened in Iraq. Bush, against the will of the UN, they said no. Y'all can't invade. What did America do? They invaded anyway. And guess what? Britain, France, they had to send soldiers to die over there in the Middle East. Yep.
That's it. Verse 14, Revelation 17:14. These shall make war with the Lamb, and the Lamb shall overcome them.
Yep.
For he is
ultimately they're all gonna fight against the Lord, Satan and his angels against Michael and his angels. All right, because even though they're all gonna turn on America, when the chariots show up, they're gonna be like, I guess we gotta come back together and fight. But hey, that still ain't gonna stop them nukes from hitting America, though.
Mm-hmm. That's it. Yeah, it says, "For he is Lord of lords and King of kings, and they that are with him are called and chosen and faithful. And he saith unto me, the waters which thou sawest, where the horse sitteth, are peoples, multitudes, and nations and tongues. Yep. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire."
There you go. So even America's own allies are going to shoot missiles upon America. And they're gonna have to very soon. They're gonna have to join the BRICS nations if they want to keep afloat. Shit. But that's why we know this is all headed to digital currency. It doesn't matter what BRIC nation or none of that's gonna matter when the digital currency comes out. Because again, it's all gonna be tied to the central banks anyway. You know, it ain't gonna be Joe Biden telling you what currency you got to use. It's gonna be the bank that owns the country to tell you what digital currency you're gonna use, which is all gonna be ones and zeros on a computer screen anyway. So this is a World War, Mark of the Beast actions right here, forwarding it, forwarding the will of the Heavenly Father at the end of the day.
That's it. Can I get a quick precept for you, bro?
Kind of go ahead.
This is St. Mark 3 and verse 25 through 27. And it reads, and if a house be divided against itself, that house cannot stand. Right? You can pretty much look at the earth itself as being a house. And over here in the West would be a room, or if you will, over here in the Western hemisphere. In the East, being a house where you have Russia. So here it is, you got Esau against Esau divided in the same house, man. Because Esau, what the scripture said, the earth was given into the hand of the wicked. Verse 26, and if Satan rise up against Satan himself and be divided, he cannot stand but have an end. So that's the point. Going back to the title, this is the end of the Western power. All right. So call Allah Yahweh Bashim for fulfilling his will.
God.
Revelation. Last two scriptures, Revelation 17.
Okay.
Revelation 17 and verse 17. For the Most High have put in their hearts to fulfill his will and to agree and give their kingdom unto the beast until the words of the Most High shall be fulfilled.
There you go. So they did the will of the beast until that time came to an end, until it was time for the beast to go down, or time for Babylon ultimately to go down. Go ahead.
Yeah, verse 18, last precept. And the woman which thou sawest is that great city which reigneth over the kings of the earth.
That's America. America is the one that rules over. You can't tell us. Well, now it's fallen. You know what I'm saying? It ain't got the same power it used to. America's the biggest joke on the planet. But hey, it was a point in time when your boy DJ Trump was in there. He was that pompous, arrogant asshole, bumping into these foreign leaders and pushing them out the way and shit. Now you got this nigga can't even make it up the staircase without busting his ass. You got these nations saying they're strong now, saying they ain't using the US dollar no more. And they can't do shit about it. What you gonna do? They'll just use another currency, And so pretty much America's just backing them. Well, they're doing this on purpose, but America's just getting backed into a corner, and you Americans are going to be the ones to feel it. You average day, peons out here, you're going to be the ones that experience the hurt from it. Got anything else up?
I got a closing precept. This is Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 16. Thou art filled with shame for glory, drink thou also. All right, so that same filth, all right, that same cheap wine that you gave these nations to drink, like the brother just said. Now you have to drink of your own. You have to taste of your own medicine, man. Now you're on a steep decline, if you will. You see, it says, drink thou also, and let thy foreskin be uncovered. The cup of the Lord Yahweh right hand shall be turned unto thee, and shameful spewing shall be on thy glory. So shame is going to be the glory of Babylon the Great. All right, it was once, the scriptures say, delicate, a virgin, untouched. All right, but now it's time for your nakedness to be uncovered and for everybody to see that you're nothing but a whore, man.
That great whore, the mother of harlots. She getting the skirts is getting exposed off of her, and ultimately all Edom, because Edom, Ham. Everybody going down with this devil, man.
Right,
no matter if you're American Edomite or Russian Edomite, the Moabite up there in Shanghai, look, when Esau goes down, every other kingdom's going down with him. Just like the statue, the statues get hit in the feet, but hey, the gold head came down with it. The silver breast came down with it. All right, the iron came down with all of it. The clay, all of it comes down when Yahweh Shai returns. That rock carved out of the mountain, right? They're taking everything out. You know, it's all crumbling down. So I don't know what the Chinese people think they got next. Come on, man. You're gonna go from a debased man to a bigger, dirty bastard. You know, hell no. Incest baby, no, thank you. Imagine the Chinese in the world. There'd be cats and dogs on shish kebabs on every corner.
Yeah.
No, thank you. I've been to a Chinaman house, and it wasn't the most pleasant smell. Let's put it like that. But yeah, these nations. Hey, why does Scripture say? Why do the heathen rage? And imagine if ain't no Chinese, China, Russia, India. They don't got next. What they got next in line for is slavery.
That's it.
Right? You got anything else though?
Oh no, that's it.
You close this out then, brother.
Okay. Hey, Lord's word edifying as always to the sincere Akim Walk. All right, that wholeheartedly believe in Yahweh Shai truth and sincerity. Want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachel Kodash. Double honors to the head apostles and elders of Great Millstone that taught us his truth and do it well. Peace, love, and salutations to the Zaquani Wa Achim. Shalom to the elect.
Shalom.